La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.
What do you do if someone has bad tajweed, leads you in prayer? And there's a certain part you got to take responsibility for yourself, right? Like you just show up at a random masjid where they're, it's like, someone married the wrong person. So I didn't know she's miserable. Well, you chose her, right? So you got to take ownership, right? I don't like working here. They're the people who complain. The believer is not someone who complains, right? You need to take the means in advance. If you cared about marrying the right person, take the means beforehand, right? And so we should take our religious matters seriously. So, choose your masjid carefully. And it's sunnah to choose. The masjid of the neighborhood has rights over you. But where one does have choice, choose on the basis of where do they have people of learning? Where do they have people who recite well? Where do they pay attention to doing things in a right manner? Right? And then be part of the solution. Help your masjid, choose the right people, etc. Be part of the process. If you end up in a place, unless you're learned, you can assume that most errors in tajweed are excusable. That's the position of the later scholars. Right? Most errors in tajweed are excusable. If you don't know the rulings of tajweed, you have no way of assessing is this excusable or not. The default is, if it wasn't excusable and there's learned people ahead of you, there'd be a commotion. Our deen has high standards, but it's also practical. Right? So if the imam doesn't have good tajweed, whatever, the prayer is valid. And it's not sunnah to cause fitna. Right? It's not sunnah to cause fitna. But you could suggest positive alternatives. Right?